Hi Taurus, welcome to your June 2023 Astrology Horoscope forecast. Welcome to my channel. I talk everything around astrology and tarot. For those of you who are new to my channel, to know more about my work, you may visit my website tarotbyanisha.com, and it would be amazing if you could like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. It will allow me to create more such content for you. So Taurians, we have a very easy, gentle, smooth June. I think after all the chaos that we've had in March, March, and a little bit of April as well, June is when we are allowed to sort of breathe. It's a relatively quiet month, astrologically speaking, or so. We have Pluto, which is going retrograde. I've spoken at great length. I'm going to be linking up the video as well. You can check as to where it is that Pluto is transiting for you. Going to be transiting rather for you for the next 20 years. And Pluto is a big deal. I think he's a bigger deal than Saturn is, but that's another topic for another day. But I will link the video nonetheless. So Pluto is retracing its steps for the next 6 months. It's going and looking back into Capricorn. It is allowing us for the next 6 months before it leaves Capricorn, where it has been for the last 15 years, to maybe undo, redo things that have yet not been done by us. It's a time to pause, it's a time to contemplate, it's a time to make good. And also it's a fabulous time for some inner work, Taurians. And for you, I would say it's been quite strong because it has been there in your house of transformation. But I'll speak about that more in detail later. Let me break down the month for you. On the 4th, we have a full moon that is there in your house of joint finances, resources, sexuality, intimacy, and also transformations. Very Scorpio house has a lot of karmic connotations to it. And full moon over here is, first of all, it's going to be making you very emotional. Maybe you could be looking at your own close relationships. There could be the sense of regret, anger, even relief in certain cases, a lot of nostalgia, and it's as though everything is sort of being dug out for you. The past, your relationships, how it is that also importantly your relationship with money and how it is that you treat others, where money and power is concerned, is going to get shown to you. Now, full moon brings about closure. It brings things to completion. Something is coming to an end for you, as far as maybe something which you had to do with an alimony. Maybe it has to do with a divorce. Maybe you have decided that you need to be going ahead with a divorce. Maybe this is also a time where you're thinking about taxes, debts, loans, and also because this is a house of transformation, you need to be looking at, I would say, just how far you've come, but maybe there could be a specific feedback, Taurans, that you've received consistently. And it has to do with your intimate relationships. Maybe that is something that you need to be changing in yourself. That is something that you need to be transforming in yourself. On the 6th, we have Venus and Mars that are joining your house of home. Fabulous time. Lovely time for reunions. Lovely time. You could be spending time with your parents, with your siblings. And also, it's a time wherein you would want to be amongst your family, get your cousins together, and generally go for a holiday with them. This also house speaks about your mother, and so it could be for some of you. You could be concerned about your mother. You could be, it could either be health, or it could be in certain cases, you would just want to be closer, physically closer to your mom. In some cases, this also speaks about a renovation. You could be either renting, leasing, buying, and there could be a sort of almost a kind of a restlessness around it. You seem to be in a rush during this phase. On the 12th, we have Mercury that is joining Sun. And this is happening in your house of money. This is your earned income, and brings about a lot of conversations around What are other ways? Maybe for some of you, you're looking at starting another revenue stream for you. Maybe you're looking at more gigs. Maybe you are looking at a partnership. Maybe there are more opportunities that come about as far as you, how it is that you can earn money. And this house also rules your sense of self-worth, Taurian. So it can be that, how much money you're able to create for yourself, generate for yourself, would be directly in proportional to your sense of self-worth. So you could be, either depending as to where it is that you stand in life financially, you could be judging yourself, or there could be also be this sense of maybe an inflated ego and saying, I have done so well, or I don't need to be, a more of a power play could be there as well. And on the 12th itself, we have Pluto that is rolling back into your house of spirituality. This is the house of long distance travel, and Pluto for the next 20 years is going to be in your house of career, Taurians. But now for the next 6 months, it's sort of retracing its footsteps. It has been there in your house of long distance travel and opening up your mind and expanding your life for the last 15 years, and it's just going to take you back for the next 6 months. It's going to help you contemplate. It's going to help you look at your own mind, your thought patterns, whether you have expanded your mind, what are the lessons that you have learned. If you've traveled far and wide, what is it that you have absorbed? Do you still think the way that you did before you really traveled and met different people? Are those patterns still the same? I mean, is your outlook, mental outlook still that narrow? Do you still find yourself judging people a lot, or you find that you no longer think the way that you used to some years back, and that has, your worldview has completely changed as far as your relationships are concerned. And Pluto is also going to be asking you about your spiritual direction, because this house is about deepening your own spiritual practices, how connected you are with the higher forces. What is it that you need to be deepening more? What is it that you need to be understanding more about people? On the 18th, we have a new moon that is there in your house of career. Lovely time for those of you who are looking for work, you're looking for new projects, even for a new change of job. It's a great time that you will find something good coming your way. We're closing the month with Sun that is moving into your house of communication, and on the 23rd itself, we have Mercury that is joining. So Sun and Mercury again, very happy. Mercury, this is Mercury's house, the house of communication, travel, and siblings. So a lot of conversations, negotiations, maybe collaborations. You could be at your chatty best, Taurians, which is quite rare because unless of course you have an air element somewhere in your chart, but you could feel the need to sort of be there in front of the camera, literally. You want to shine, you want to be acknowledged, you want those accolades, and it could be either some of you are lecturing, or you're literally talking for your words are generating money for you. So you could be a speaker, you could be a life coach, you could be an anchor, you could be any of these things which will sort of help you get more money. A great time also as well to if you want to do something for your community where you stay. It's a wonderful time to get involved, maybe plant more trees, maybe something that needs to get around the area where you stay. Lovely time to be involved as well. It's been a pleasure speaking with your Taurians. Enjoy the quiet June. I'll see you again soon, and thank you so much for watching.